Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's me, Pam, here at Subtle Beauty. Guys, first off, let me say this. I do appreciate you guys stopping by because you could have been anywhere, but you decided to come and hang out with me, and I greatly appreciate that. Let me go ahead and say, guys, if you hear any noise in the background, I do apologize for that as well. I do have my windows open. It's quite mild outside. So I was trying to wait till late in the day to do this, but nevertheless, it got to be done. This is my second attempt, mind you, doing this video because I've already done completed one, but now I couldn't find it. It didn't upload to my computer. So here I am at it again, but that's okay. I love hanging out with you guys. If you're new here, guys, hey, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. And just so you know, on a side note, you may find me picking up my handy glasses, okay, because we have some mature eyes here, and I tend to need them to read fine print, excuse me. So without further ado, guys, holding you up any longer, let's dive right into this video. Okay, guys, we're going to get into this little video. Now, it's going to be short. It is going to be short, so I won't be holding you guys here too long, I hope. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I know I'm not going to hold you guys here too long. We're going to get through this process, and we're going to get through it pretty quick without feeling like everything is rushed. Okay, because I really wanted you to see what I have here. Now, I am getting ready to go through some palettes here. I recently bought from Colourpop, and I'm sure a lot of these palettes, if not all, most of you already have, but they're new to me, you know. So, and I've already opened them. I haven't tried them all, but I already opened them. Like I said, I had already filmed this before. So, needless to say, of course, we getting ready to go through them. Okay, so I only bought 6 of their small palettes, and out of the 6, 5 of them are the quads. Okay, 5 more quads that I didn't have that I have now. Now, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, the first quad palette I have here, as you can see, is the palette Sorbet. Okay, please excuse my lighting if you're having problems seeing that. Okay, so this is what the back of it looks like, of course, and it has all 4 of the shades that's on this palette here. So let's get her open. Okay, now she has some beautiful shades, of course. I do love the fact that they do come in this real pretty acrylic case here. I love that. Love, love, love that. And I tell you another thing. I love the fact that these palettes are smaller. I don't know, I kind of like gravitating towards more of the smaller palettes, if you will, because they're much more easy to handle, easy to travel with. And, you know, I don't have to go digging through a bunch of palettes and picking out 2 or 3 just to create a simple eye look for myself, because I'm a simple, ordinary girl, right? Okay, now with this palette, these are the shades here. And as you can see, there's 2 mattes and there's 2 shimmers. Okay, now this is where the glasses is getting ready to come in. So y'all excuse Miss Pam, honey, but hey, they are necessary. The only thing I hate about my glasses is that when I got this face all dolled up and I have my lashes on, they tend to bother my lashes. But we gonna make it through. We're gonna get through it. Okay, guys, as you can see, these beautiful colors here in the Sorbet palette. Okay, and I have already used this palette too. By the way, I've already created a look on it. I do have a video up already on my channel on this eyeshadow palette. Please check it out under Subtle Beauty 58. Okay, so, but with this shade, I love, love, love this shade. It's more of your mild gold or slight peachy undertones, if it makes any sense. So, they came out beautiful. Like all the Colourpop eyeshadow palettes that I've done purchased, I have nothing bad to say about Colourpop whatsoever. I do love the fact that they are very pigmented. It don't take much, and they deliver. They give a very high quality deliverance, and I love that about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these 2 mattes as you see here. And first off, let me show you what they look like on the tip of my fingers. And that's just lightly rubbing them into the palette here. And these are the colors. If they don't show up pretty well on my fingers, guys, let me go ahead and show you. Okay, and hopefully you can see that pretty good through the blinding light. So let me see if I can turn this light down just a tad bit. See if you guys can see it better that way. There you go. Okay, now here, this is got like look like the slight peachy color here, and this is more of a rust brown. They both are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now far as the shimmer shades is concerned, I do like the fact that again, they shadows are very pigmented. You don't have to try hard at all to get a great color payoff, and that's another thing that I liked. And so with these two shimmer shades, they also have a slight pinkish undertone, if you will. Okay, as you see here. Now this one here is more of the slightly peach undertone under this one, and this one here is more of a slight champagne, if it makes any sense. So these are the two shades, shimmer shades are here. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch those right next to the two matte shades that I've already swatched. Okay, guys, look at this. All four of these colors. Beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. Again, as I said, I've already used this palette, so there is a video up on it already, and they don't disappoint. It did not disappoint. I was not shocked. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, now the next palette here that I'm picking up is one that I just created another look on. Okay, now this one here I love because I am all about my neutrals. I'm a neutral kind of girl. I do like color, don't get me wrong, long as it's not anything to me that's too over the top. But I think color is beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. But again, I'm more of the earthly tone type person, the neutral tones, that would be me. So this palette here I had to get, and this one here is called Down to Earth. Okay, now in this palette, okay, the infamous acrylic case that it's in, absolutely love, love, love. Now this palette here, I had to get just because the name itself was enough to do it for me. But these colors, my goodness, all four of them, of course, as you see, are matte. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, let me go ahead and swatch these so you can see these as well. And when I tell you they are so light in texture, oh my goodness. It don't take much of these eyeshadows to get whatever look you're going for. Okay, now, these are the four shades that you see on all four of my fingers here. So let's go ahead and swatch. First one. Now this black shade that's in this palette, when I tell you, if you're ever looking for a deep black that don't give you like a gray ashy tone or ashy look, this would be the one. Because when I say this black is true to color, it's true to color. It's so true to color, you better be careful how much you pick up on that brush, okay? Now, these are the shades here. Okay, all four shades. Now look at that black. I mean, that black is deep, okay? And I love that, okay? And of course, you have, again, under a rust color here. It looks more like a brick, if that makes any sense. Now, this shade here is pretty much just a tad bit lighter than this one, okay? You have your black here, and this one here at the top is beautiful for a lid shade. You know what I mean? Something that's over the top, because even though it's the lightest shade that's in the palette, it still will make a bold statement within itself, okay? So make sure you guys grab this palette as well, and make sure you check it out, because you can get some beautiful looks with this palette, as I did, okay? Move on to palette number 3. Okay, now palette number 3 here, when you're talking about wanting something sweet, you do, you don't, or just a thought, if it makes any sense. Well, this next palette actually did that for me, okay, and it's called Waffle Cone, okay? So let me go ahead and pull her out of the case. I tell you, Colourpop always do it for me, and I like the fact that they are very affordable, very, very affordable, good payout with the colors. it's a win-win situation. You just can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. So palette number 3, like I said, here it is right here. This here is called Waffle Cone. And guys, look at the teal colors that's in this palette. When I tell you awesome, to say awesome is just mild. It's just too mild of a word to see what this color looks like in person if you don't have the palette. If you do have the palette already, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I love the teal bluish green here, if you will, and this here is a light shimmer, still with more like that teal here undertone in it. Okay, we have a rust brown here, which is a matte, and we also have another skin tone color, which is a matte here. Okay, love, 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 love. You hear me? Love. Can't wait to create a look with this palette. Plus, too, you know, this teal green or blue, it's speaking to a sister. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch this palette. Ooh, honey, when I tell you, this one shimmer shade, like I said, the undertone of like a teal green, almost like a mint. A mint. That would be, you know, um, a perfect name for it. Okay, so okay, guys, these are the shades right here. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. Okay, there's your perfect lid shade here. Your beautiful teal shimmery shade here will also be good for the lid. As a matter of fact, the teal color itself here in the matte will make that eyelid, honey, just pop. You hear me? Just pop. All 4 of these are just great. I love this brown here, definitely earthly tone. You know what I mean? So it's not as deep as what you would consider a brick color. It's just a tad bit lighter than that, but it fits well with the other 3 shades here in this palette. So like I said again, it's a must have. You hear me? A must have. I can't wait to create a look with this as well. Okay, because I know, honey, they'll see you before you see them, okay? Because they're going to be focused on the eyes, baby. They're going to be focused on the eyes. You hear me? Let's move on. Alrighty then. Okay, guys, we ain't got but 3 more palettes left. Okay, 2 more quads, if you will. Okay, so let's get into the next one. Now, this one right here, I got a little story behind this one. Okay, this one here is called Crystal Clear Aquarius, as you see here. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you about this little story. Now, the little story that I have on this one, 2 things. One is because Aquarius is my zodiac, okay? I was born in the month of January, okay? And 2, blue is my favorite color. I just couldn't go wrong. I just couldn't, okay? I just could not. So here's the shades here. Guys, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. This blue, it knocked me over with a feather. I mean, really, really. Okay, let's go ahead and do a swatch. This palette, too, has 2 shimmer shades in it. Look at that. And those are just the 2 shimmer shades. Okay, so let's go ahead and get those swatched. Ooh-wee, honey. Can you imagine doing an eye look and you incorporate both of these shimmers together? When I tell you, it would gravitate to somebody, even if the person was walking past you. You know, people tend to speak, hey, how you doing? Honey, let me tell you something again. If you was in a store, even if you was in one of my favorite places, let's go for Walmart, okay? Now you got your face together, everything's in place, and you wearing these colors on your eye for that day, okay? Now, you would just have whoever's running the cash register, honey, totally off track. They be so focused on looking at your eyes because you can see them looking at you, okay? They be so focused looking at your eyes, honey, with this shadow. And baby, you ain't gonna tell me wearing these 2 shadows you will not be complimented, because oh, you will. You will. Oh, I love your eyeshadow. Well, thank you, because that's what you're going to hear. That's exactly what you're going to hear with these shades right here. You hear me? Because when I tell you they doing it, they doing it. Okay, now these two mattes right here, same thing. I love them too. Okay, so eager to try this palette out. As a matter of fact, when I do try this palette out, I'm gonna make it my business to go in Walmart, honey, because I can always find something I need in Walmart, and I am gonna let you guys know about the comments that I received off of using this palette right here. You hear me? Off of any of them. But this blue shimmer look, girl. All I'm saying is y'all better quit playing. That's all I'm gonna say. Is y'all better quit playing. You hear me? That's real talk. Because Colourpop did not. I'm being silly, but Colourpop did not. Okay, I'm being silly, but I'm also serious. 100%. Okay, the final quad palette that I have here is called Mocktail. Okay, again, shadows that I gravitate towards, you know, the neutral earthly tones, and this is definitely what it was giving. Okay, so love, love, love this. Now, in this particular palette, what I don't have in some of my other palettes, or really in any of my other palettes now that I think about it, is this beautiful orange. It looks pink on camera, but this pretty orange shimmer shade here. There's two shades here, of course, and two mattes. But this shimmer shade here, I do not have that color. I do now. Can't wait to pull this one off too, because it'll be another eye stunner. Okay, it will be another eye stunner. Like I said, you won't have to say a word except thank you, because you will be complimented on these eye looks. You hear me with these palettes here, because there's not a bad palette in the bunch. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch these two. Okay, the brown here is a nice deep tone brown. And then, of course, we have the orange over here, which looks more like, well, I don't even know what to say, honey. It's so pretty. Okay, and then let me go ahead and swatch this orange shimmer here. Okay, we have an orange shimmer, we have a gold shimmer, and this pretty brown, earthly tone brown here. And then you also have this orange matte shade right here. These are the colors that's on my fingers here. Look how pretty that gold one stands out. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch these. Ooh, honey, honey, honey. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, guys, look at these. The gold shimmer, the two mattes, the orange, the nice earthly brown, and look at that orange shimmer. It is so pretty. Now, I know on camera it's probably looking more like a pink, but I'm telling you guys, it's more like it's more orange than it is pink. Beautiful. You hear me? Just beautiful. Okay, so can't wait to create a look with this particular palette as well. Okay, guys, so we are down to our final palette. Again, guys, let me say I do apologize if you hear noise in the background or children outside. Of course, like I said, it's the second time filming this video. Okay, so I'm going to put this video up no matter what. Okay, because I done had all kind of obstacles thrown in my way. So last but not least, this is the very last palette. Now, unlike the other 5 palettes that were the quads from Colourpop, this one here has 5 pan shadows in it. Okay, so this palette here is called Moon Haze. I had to look down at my notes I got sitting right here with me, guys. But this palette here is in more like a orange acrylic casing, if you will, as you see. Okay, now these are the 5 shades that's in it. Okay, beautiful as well. You have 2 shimmers here, and you also have 3 mattes. Okay, now granted, I've noticed that quite a few of the palettes that I've already showed you guys do have some similarities with like the nice undertone toned brown or the light lid shade in the medium brown. But that's okay because they all have different undertones, okay? So with these two shimmer here, hey, I'm telling you, one is more of a, this one here is more of a coppery gold. That's what this shade looks like, okay? And this one here is more of a much lighter gold. So let's go ahead and swatch those two. And this is what they look like, okay? So you can see the coppery one on my pointer finger there. So let's go ahead and see these on the back of my hand. So you'll have a pretty good look at what I'm talking about. You see what I mean? That one there is more of a light champagne gold, and this one here is much more copper. Equally pretty. They both are. Okay, now as far as the matte shades is concerned, as all the rest of the palettes I've already showed you, hey, very pigmented as well. What can I say? Okay, now this one particular matte I'm getting ready to show you guys that stands out in this palette is more of a tangerine color. I'm just going to put that on the side here. Okay, now this one right here in the center, that's more of like a tangerine matte shade. Okay, now that's what this color right here is. You guys see that? You can see that pretty bronzy gold shimmer shade even better here. But this is more of the tangerine matte shade. Love, love, love that for a lid color. Love. Okay, so without further ado, guys, we done made it through all 6 of these small palettes by Colourpop. And I'm so glad to finally get through this again. Hopefully, I can get it uploaded without any distractions and not knowing where it actually went to. Okay, so you guys can see it. Okay, so I do hope that you guys go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate that so much. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove my glasses here because, honey, like I said, they bothering the eyelashes, and besides, this look is too cute, okay, to be hiding behind my glasses. Honey, what's wrong with me? Oh, guys, don't you pay me no attention. I'm just being silly, having a moment. So anyway, guys, again, I appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with me to make it through this little short mini haul of Colourpop. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, and don't fret. You will see some eye looks with some of these palettes, especially one of my favorites, like this blue right here, this blue shimmer I told you guys about. Showstopper for real. You hear me? Showstopper. So without further ado, guys, y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.